Ladies and Germans, how you all doing? This is Colombelles.
And I'm RangRoo. Hello.
And folks, we promised us some action of the Asian Persuasion, and we will deliver today from the Asia Veteran Division. We're looking at that factory complex at Colombelles. Rang, who is duking it out today?
Well, on the left-hand side in blue, we have ourselves Harry Spider, because that's apparently what the name means in Polish. And he is playing as the 7th Armored Division Desert Rat. And on the right-hand side, we have ourselves Amity as the Parish Division.
Now, looking at this setup right about now, I think it's fairly obvious to say we're going to see a big rig rush coming from those rats as they try to infest those buildings.
Yeah, I mean, it's really like the factory is such an important part of this map, and both players are going to be playing for it, which makes sense. Amity has like all the spammy infantry with a few things here, and like the Panzer B2 to help out. And yeah, both sides being very lenient down south, hardly sending anything there, like a Panda Shrek and like a Bavarian or whatever, the Landshooten Grand Petit, while just like one motorized rifle down south, we have a Harry Spider.
So, call it in the meantime, we have one truck and we have a Kubelwagen north of that canal. Are we seeing they're probably going to go for those hangars up to the northern tip of the map, do you think?
I'd say he's just going to like go for near the halfway mark of that vertical to us, like tree line, you know? That's just like the popular spot to go to, where the cool kids go. And we also got a Puma being brought out. It's going to be rather interesting because we've got 2-star Stuart from Harry Spider, and we got the single 2-star Puma from Amity. Really, it's going to be about who can get the kills. As if one side can knock out the other's light recon vehicles, that would be a huge play. It's going to be a little bit of an uphill fight for the Puma, as there's 2 2-star Stuarts versus 1 2-star Puma. And those Stuarts have 50 counts.
Don't discount, though, the Panzer B2 there for the covering fire.
Fair point, and he can definitely take some shots from the Stuart, so yeah, that is a good point. And I really like his Puma position. He's getting some good initial shots off.
Actually, I kind of like his Pack 38. I would have preferred it a little bit just along the road, just to watch that road.
Yeah.
But he could get shots off on the Stuart, and that would be huge. Our ammo storage hit, that's awful.
That's a pretty good hit, yeah.
And geez, if you can push back the Stuart Recce as well. This is not shaping up well for the Harry Spider. The Harry Spider is getting washed down the water spout.
Yep, and in the town it's looking pretty good. Well, Ambity's got a little Landshooten in there, and he definitely outnumbers the Desert Rat. But this is all going to come down to the fire support tanks and vehicles up in this northern middle section, while down south is completely bloody bare.
Yeah, like you said, Landshooten just kind of holding things off, motorized rifles hanging on, coming on through, straggling on in. An SPW being brought on, and we mock this vehicle, usually for good reason.
Yeah, it's a pretty alright vehicle. Its autocannon, or cannon, is really good, as it shoots them stupidly fast for like a regular tank cannon. So if we can get in close with those Stuart, it will just decimate them, even though it doesn't have like the veterancy.
But that's always the question, though, isn't it? Getting in close on those Stuarts.
Yeah.
Like you said already, those Trip machine guns are bloody deadly.
Yep, especially when runs a 50 cal.
Yeah.
50 cals are never fun, no matter what it's on.
Unless you're shooting it.
True. Unless you're shooting it, and a 50 cal would probably be a lot of fun to shoot.
There's a lot of kick.
There's a lot of kick, but I guess that's what like the whole tripod thing's for.
Oh no, I actually I have to admit I have done it from the back of a mounted vehicle. That was a lot of fun. That
sounds like a lot of fun. I'm very American.
Ironically enough, I own no weapons. We are going to see the Landshooten getting shot out of these buildings. That's not surprising, all things considered. Even the motorized rifles, despite having a much smaller squad size, just have way too much firepower for those poor guys.
Yeah. I mean, the Landshooten are pretty much just to be shot at. It's their one directive is just to like take bullets essentially, and yeah, it's pretty even along this factory area. We've got the slow plus run there for Harry Spider, and neither side really wanting to make a move per se. Yeah, we've got some artillery importance from Amber, so maybe he's going to try and even things out, yeah, of the, you know, artillery piece.
Now, we also are going to see Hans McQueen come to the map. I would like to see Amber T at least get some sort of air power coming onto here. Last time we did see a Festung Gross Paris, that did not happen, and I'm pretty sure there's a reason that things did not work out well for him.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, getting those, I mean, even though heavy bombers aren't as good as they were before, as more expensive, they're still a good unit to get, and it's what you want, because they can still stun up entire forces in one fell bombing swoop.
Exactly, and if anything you do want, you want to be destroying things in one spell poop. Shrek comes inside the factory now proper for the first time. He's going to get a line on that Stuart super easily.
Oh, yeah.
It comes in.
Yep. And
there we go.
Damn, that's a big kill.
I wonder if I was going to say if you could double down, but it doesn't need to. The B2 does take out that Stuart Recce.
Those are really big kills for Amber T. That's definitely going to even things out in the center here. There's still the 2-star Stuart up north, and the 1-star Stuart down south of the factory. So it's still a little bit risque per se, but the Panhard here. But yeah, okay, Stuart's definitely going to get the kill. It has the suppression advantage. So the SPW is going to pull back.
Now, I would like the Amber T over here to be pressuring and get a tiny bit more territory, just a smidge. Even if he moves this Landesschützen in the south, either to the the lower left-hand corner of that L, or even going around the outside of it. Yes, we know the vehicle can definitely shoot him out, but it has to get so close, he might be able just to kind of do the whole grenade against open top vehicles thing.
Yeah, just any sort of map control right now for Amber T definitely help out. All he needs is 1% to bring it back down to 0-0. But he's just really trying to, I think his main concern is stopping his Stuart from flanking around down south. Going to be moving back the B2 to stop that. And even though, okay, Amber T got an IG-18 on natural artillery piece, but Harry Spider's got a 3-inch mortar, and that's perfect dealing against Landesschützen.
Yes, although the guys in the factory complex, I feel like they're probably in the best spot of anyone here.
Yeah, nice and cozy in here, you know. Good defensive positions.
Ooh, Pack 40 is going to find out this Stuart any moment. There we go. He's retreating from you. Take shots at his rear.
Oh, no.
Oh, never mind.
Doesn't get the shot off. So sure it's going to be able to get off there just in the nick of time. And we got, yeah, pretty much like a second push here from Harry Spider with all his motorized rifles. Got the fire support as well. The Puma's got its reels damaged, and it's a little bit risky against that Stuart, yeah. So, I don't know, it's pretty damn close.
I thought he was going to have a double kill for a second, but no, he missed wide and hit that scout instead.
Yeah, losing the Puma's a big loss, as that's one of his best armored vehicles he has in A-phase.
It is very strange to see the Desert Rat's able to push out of the factory complex, or at least south of the factory complex, and take open ground with what essentially is really just one tank and a bunch of infantry.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really too much down. Okay, there's a little bit of the Panzerschreck and Pack 40, but once that Pack 40 gets spotted, he's probably just going to get artilleried by the 3-inch mortar. And this is a very good play here from Harry Spider. I mean, why go through the factory when you can just go around it?
I'm pretty sure he wants to stay a little bit warm when the cold winds blow, but maybe you're right. You're absolutely right. But Desert Rats as well, and there's never really striking me as a division that is born for mobility. I think for me it's always the kind of knife fighting kind of division.
Yeah. I see what you mean. Especially like the desert. I mean, when I'm talking Desert Rats, I'm talking about the actual infantry units in this case.
Yes.
They are definitely a CQC squad with 2 Bren guns for some reason.
Now, this Stuart and this B2 are going to just be playing tanks at 20 paces, and the B2 says, you know what, I don't care, you're young, get your young whippersnapper butt back to the scrap heap.
Oh, and that's definitely going to... All he needs is, like, move up his Landshoots and trying to get his motorized rifles out. But, yeah, you can definitely even up this southern arterial that has been penetrated through. You're in the middle with his Landshoots. It's taking shots, which is good, but there's nothing to save him. There's no fire support to open them out. So the British infantry and artillery is just going to slowly retreat array, and that's going to be the factory complex of Harry Spider, essentially, unless something can be done.
Well, we are going to see airplanes going after Hans and that Pack 38 up to the north. So the German northern flank is folding, essentially. And those Panzerschrecks on the wrong side of the river.
Oh yeah, that's rather unfortunate for the PZ Shrek. So he is moving him down ASAP to try and get some shots off, but it's going to be a little bit too late. And it's a really good push here from Harry Spider. He's exploited the weakness up north. You know, he's bombed the bejesus out of them, and he's going to move through with his light vehicles and surround the enemy.
Check out this line of sight from this Panzer B2. He's shelling that mortar. Oh my gosh, that is a super tight line of sight, and he's got it pinned at least.
Oh, that's literally threading the needle.
Yes, it is. Now we are going to see some light French tanks coming on in to try to stem the bleeding here. But you know that the English and the French never really gotten along, the Brits even more so. So I would probably suspect that these French tanks are going to be relegated to the scrap heap because of those Stuarts very, very quickly.
Yeah, and yeah, the Stuarts really just outmatch them. We're going to be heading to B phase very shortly, and tank rise, it really goes down to Harry Spider's advantage, just because he has all the veterancy like Cromwell's and etc. It's not till C phase around, but he can, you know, get like Tigers and Panthers where he can start to hold his own. But he does get better infantry off in B phase, and maybe some heavy bombers and anti-tank guns, because he really needs to try and start picking off all of Harry Spider's vehicles, as they're really doing him no favors.
I might have to take some back some of the bad things to say about the SPW-204. One to the north just did take out one of those recon Stuarts, which means now we just have one Stuart left on the field.
Yeah, it's just in the middle.
And at long last, the Landesschützen to the south were pushed forwards, I think, with the help of that Pack 40.
Yeah, that's good. I was about to say, it'd be really good for someone to take advantage of how unplayed south is, and this is perfect for Amputee. If he can open up a new front on his southern flank and draw some attention array up north, that'd help him greatly. And he could set up pretty well down south. He's got the Pack 40, he gets some long-range tank guns and an artillery piece. You know, you can make a rather nice little defensive line.
That's true, but we're also going to see a Cromwell coming on in. It says it's coming to the center part of the map, but he can rotate either direction right there, and
yeah.
While that Pack 40 will cause him fits, still a tall order for the Germans to handle.
But it's just gonna be knocking out some map territory from Harry Spider, bringing it back down to a more manageable plus run. Harry Spider is still in the lead by quite a bit.
I would probably suspect that's not going to last too much longer. The Landesschützen to the north of the canal are going to be taken on out. Crew wounded. Ooh. Falling back as well. Okay, so that B2 is... He's got to be the early game VIP and MVP for Amber T.
Yeah, but is he GR80?
Well, he might have gotten his GED at the local... Something that rhymes with that means university. And my rhyming skills aren't what they were even from a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, Cromwell is down and in play, and very, very plucky 35R is shooting at him, but not going to do anything. That Pack 40 has far more chance of success.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Pack 40's one more shot or one more bomb in this case.
Yep.
Down it goes. That's really like a big defensive unit down south. Up north, we are seeing the 2-star pack track, the Rommel's pack track. So he's going to try and pick off some stuff. Not the best territory for that pack track, as it's, you know, a bit too CQC for him, and he has no HE ammo. But I guess we have to see. We got all the Landschützen up north, but they're just getting completely flamed on.
Well, they get stung to death, man. Wasps are deadly. And then there's more freaking like assault engineers in there too. That's a hard cheese to swallow.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Landschützens are good. You need like They're like bread. You can't just have bread without butter. You need some flavor on top of land shooting to actually make it worthwhile. Yeah.
Well, what's gonna jam well with that?
Just anything really. Artillery, Marmite, you know, some tanks.
Don't you think you're trying to lay it on too thick?
I'm trying to spread it all over.
Well, you know what? I think you're leaving our viewers a little bit high and dry with how the rest of the battle's going. But it is 58-42, and, well, the Desert Rats are gripping that southern side between their thumb and pointer finger, just squeezing out that last little squad.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think that Martyr 1's not going to do anything here, man. I'm sorry.
Kind of looks like a sock puppet. It looked like a sock puppet for a little bit, I'm not going to lie, but now it's just kind of like a blanket.
Yep, and that one lone island of red is just getting surrounded by the ocean.
Yeah.
That was a bit of the weirdest feeling.
It's so sad. No, it's so satisfying to see it like close up. It's like, I know, it's like seeing like a drips of water land into a puddle or some nonsense and seeing the ripple effect.
So
I'm glad you're both mesmerized.
I know! It's like the world makes sense again.
It's like I understand everything now.
Brought to you by everything that doesn't smoke. No, we have two M36s on the field, the fake 88s. But I don't think the hairy spider's afraid of the big cannon. He says, you know, cannons kill mosquitoes, they don't kill spiders.
Exactly. And this isn't, I mean, even though both sides have good point advantage, B phase for Paris is just tough because you don't get like much good stuff. It's not just C phase, you've got like Panzergrens and Big Panthers and other cooler stuff. You're still like relying on these, you know, grab bag units to try and hold your ground, and he needs a little bit more on grab bag units to really make something happen. As up north, he just doesn't have much ground, and it's the CQC fighting. And Desert Rats is really good at CQC fighting with, Desert Rats infantry.
Now, I am eager to see whether or not this B2 makes it to the end of the match. I really want him to.
Same here. I mean, he's managed to survive through 1940, so he must be able to get through at least the rest of the war. Come on.
Well, I think it's because they had him in a museum. And then there's like one driver that's like, it belongs in a museum! And he's like, so do you! And but he's here on the front lines doing his duty. Yeah. Hopefully nobody takes a duty on top of him.
That would be pretty shitty.
Yes, it would certainly leave me with a foul taste in my mouth.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just Amberty's. I mean, he's trying to do like a push up north there with more land shootings, but he needs more than just land shootings in his northern push. He needs, you know, like I said, like a bit of flavor. He's got a bunch of like more regular infantry being brought in to the middle, maybe RRA or something. RRA would be a fantastic middle, as they are CQC powerhouses.
Yes, but the Desert Rats are, like you said, are inside those buildings, and look at the way they're positioned. Desert Rats motorized, Desert Rats motorized, Desert Rats. Yikes. And the pack track takes a walloping from the 6-pounder.
Yeah, he's just a one-way ticket to Pound Town.
Well, maybe, if the 6-pounder can ever find the broadside of a track again.
No. Come on, you can like it's a sitting target. It's not even moving.
5.
Oh no, he's shooting the trucks because it changed because he changed target.
That's a more fun target to shoot at least. But okay, why aren't the Germans bringing in some more artillery?
Finally. Sorry. What you say?
Arty party. There we go. Bringing in the Hummel.
There we go.
But he's shooting, but he's aiming for the freaking 6-pounder. Guys, you have to take that factory complex back. You take that back, you take the map.
Yeah.
You're too slow to try to take this as a foot race around the flanks.
Yeah. But I really do love seeing that Hummel. You don't see Hummels all too often, and they're really bloody expensive. But by God, it's just so fun to see the kaboom.
Yeah. And 2 stars as well. That makes that reload just so zippy-dippy fast by comparison.
What does Hummel means bumblebee, right?
I'm sorry?
What Hummel means, like, bumblebee, right?
I could not say for sure. And I would go and check it. I'd lose all sound.
Yeah.
And yes, it is ROA, so the Russians are saying, we are good at exterminating rats. And they're doing it. Oh my gosh, are they doing it? They've wiped out 60% of the 80% of the infantry just like that.
PPS-8 is just PPS-8. It just reminds me of Red Orchestra 2 so much, fighting an always factory complex with Russian troops.
It reminds me of that first level of, I thought it was like Call of Duty 2 when you're on the Russian front. And all you ever want to grab is the PPS. You're given like a Mosin Nagant, and you're like, okay, that's cool, but...
Give me the, like, light machine gun, submachine gun, come on.
Which one?
You know, the PPS-8.
Okay.
It's like a light machine gun, because it's like, you know, has all the ammunition.
Yeah, but it's
like 70-run rounds.
Yes, it does. So then, well, it also had a 30... It actually had a 30-round box magazine, too, and the 70-round one just always seemed to jam. Yes. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
ROAs, though, they're taking the last bit of rats, and the desert rats to the south, I think they're holding on. I think they want to start throwing... Yeah, they're throwing grenades at the B2. You bastards!
Ah, God. He's not going to see the end of the war. He's be gone now.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, they called B2, soon? And someone said that was, in fact, a hit. And you sunk his land tank. His land ship, excuse me.
Bah. 11 new battleships could be so exciting.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
So, humorously enough, there is nothing really on the northern side of this canal except for just the Hummel and a Blitz.
Yeah. It's very barren. Very barren. But the Hummel is really just, you know, getting some good shots off here and there. And Abbott's got the factory complex back, which is definitely going to help him out, but he doesn't have that plus 1 point advantage, and you can't need the plus 1 point advantage to win the whole bloody match.
I guess what surprised me more is I didn't see that 140 OP until just now.
Oh yeah, the Cromie one.
Yeah, the Cromie one indeed.
And the Cromwell, it's like the Panda 4, it still retains its gun, so it's actually like, you know, you can still use it as a tank, even though it has very limited ammo compared to a regular model. Just realized, yeah.
Yeah, it's about 1/3. Yeah, it's about 1/3 the usual one is.
Yeah. Yeah, you're on sea phase now, so maybe we're going to see some Panthers and Tigers down south. That would be a pretty Okay, there's a 3-star, 2-star Firefly down south, so good luck any German tanks that decide to go along that route.
Well, just watch out, because the Dingo will eat your baby. Ooh, we have a bit of a furball to the north. Anything good?
No,
D520.
It's David of airplanes, right? Yeah.
I'll say that the killer of heroes, really.
I know, right? Is he gonna kill the Spitfire?
It's gonna be super close.
Yeah. So.
Yes, he does.
Tickles him to death, just like War Thunder, and all you get is smokes.
Well, here's another D520 after a mosquito. Yeah, kill that bug.
I mean, the Mozzie's a bit fast.
But he's smoking.
But he's smoking.
Oh, he makes it out.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got the need for speed.
Oh, yeah. And a second round, a set of shells is kind of right on top of the first one. Doesn't really necessarily need to do it. Instead, we're having Wasps moving on in with those field engineers. And those guys continue to be kind of terrifying by themselves.
Yeah. We got a 2-star Stuka holding the canal, keeping that Stuart at bay for now, so pretty good defensive position there with the Snug. Once again, Harry Spider has a plus 2 point advantage. He managed to retake the factory, which is your all-important defensive position. And down south we have that 2-star Firefly, so I just don't really see any way Amberty can push through. I mean, just looking at the map, Amberty just does not have many units on the map. He's very bare, and I'm just guessing he's saving for like a heavy tank right now.
Yeah, he hasn't brought anything really in for the last 45-60 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, if we see like in 30 seconds or so, yeah, if he buys anything or just gets like if he doesn't buy anything in the next like, you know, money tick in 20 seconds or so, then we'll probably figure out if he's actually like saving for a big fat cat.
Yeah, but the problem with the 1%ers is that there's only 1% of you for the 99% of them.
Yeah. This game's all about that, you know, that 1%. You know, it's always like the 50 run versus 49%. They can never decide on the majority of vote.
That's why it's 52 now, to make it more apparent.
And there we go, we got a path for G being brought in down south, so we're saving up for his big Christmas present. You know, yeah, I mean, there's a Firefly, it has 2-star veterans. See, I don't see it going well unless the Firefly somehow runs into his Panzerschreck squad. Which might actually happen, maybe.
Or there's Martyr.
Well, yeah, at the same time, the Martyr's gonna probably miss or not get, like, the kill first shot, so we'll see.
Probably will, but it's still a 75mm cannon we have to worry about.
Yeah. No, Firefly's gonna get first shot. Nope. Yeah.
Well, neither one really wants to be engaged right now. The Firefly will get the second shot, and wow, the amount of morale damage is obscene.
I know, a 3-star Firefly is insane, as you can tell. It is scary to be on the other side of that sort of thing, man.
I don't know if there's a graphical bug or what, but the Panzerschreck squad that just took out that Stuart Recce on the road, he fired, and it was like, shoom, 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 shoom. There were like 3 or 4 different shots going through. Panther disables the Firefly with 1 shot.
Wow. It's pretty lucky, but he needs to, like... Oh, he just doesn't have line of sight, if you see.
As in, make sure of the kill. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Thank you. Whew.
Woo, yeah, that's pretty lucky, the Panther. I was not expecting him to get such an easy kill here on the Firefly. Well, and he's bringing some infantry to go in front of the Panther, so maybe he's going to try and do a push down south. There's a 17-pounder yet, so
yeah,
good luck with that. And he's about to get artillery by the Crommy. So, yeah. Yeah.
Opel Blitz, in the meantime, all he's done is just been a constant set of ammunition. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's just a really good defensive line up north and in the middle here from Harry Spider. This is infantry bloody everywhere in good ambush positions. And even though you got Amber T pushing up north now with a Sug-3G and getting a little bit of ground, he still has to break through a lot of stuff, and that's just going to take him a long time. And Harry Spider's still in that +2 point advantage, and with a huge point lead, Amber T can't really get back from that.
Yeah, I don't see that necessarily happening here. In fact, it might even be over. It might just be completely done, folks. We might have a total victory happening, which does not happen often to us.
Yeah, it's very rare occurrence, really. Most people usually just tap out. I mean, if you lost, you lost. So sometimes it's good just to, you know, call it critch, sort of like dragging the game on. Especially in like these, you know, tournament matches per se. Just to be polite.
Yeah, but sometimes you want the other guy to suffer a bit, you know. In a fit of pique. I'm pretty sure that's what the Russians did in World War II.
Yeah. In a... Okay, I'm a little bit of War Game anecdote, but in War Game, like, you had, like, command vehicles, you had, like, keep alive, and it'd be, like, total destruction matches where it just doesn't end until every unit is dead, or all the command units is dead, and there'd be, I remember, like, one match where one person hit his command vehicle in the tippity corner of the map, and it's, like, a really big map, it takes you forever to get into the corner, and it took us, like, 10 or 15, they're, like, 5-10 minutes, to, like, find his bloody command vehicle and kill it, and we just had, like, helicopters flying over everywhere, trying to spot the bloody thing. But the dude just wouldn't give up. It was an absolute frustrating experience. Thank God there's no more command vehicles in Steel Division.
Well, it does make me think of that one video. Ooh, wow, Hummel. I've actually never seen the shots land in the water. It sounds so silly, but I never really see the artillery shells impact on the water. It looks beautiful.
Well, I know, right? That's pretty cool. Yeah, I wish there's a bit more water.
One more time.
Come on.
Oh, boring.
Come on. It's a really cool effect. It's like you never see amphibious vehicles after you do an amphibious operations.
Yes, yes, but maybe we'll get some more, you know, set scenarios on that. Who knows? Now a couple quick things. One, the Cromwell OP did go down. As to your war game tales, you were actually mentioning at one point a little while ago of this one match that just ended super abruptly when a random shell going after an airplane missed the airplane, went like another 1.5 kilometers and hit a command vehicle. It just caused the game to completely end.
Oh yeah, that's the anti-aircraft missile run. That's like in this game where sometimes a plane crashes and it kills an infantry unit. Imagine a plane crashes in this game and kills like a unit that causes the game to end and you win. It's such randomness. And it's funny because in that match, it was like, that match only went on for 5 minutes and ended so abruptly. Like someone headshotted Hitler in 1940.
Yeah, that I feel like I would just be so angry as the other guy in that game.
Yeah.
By the way, Stug goes down too, so Germans not alone in their victories here. And the field engineers are just, yeah, they're leaving a hunk of burning love.
Yeah, that's a good unit. They're pretty much, I mean, they're pretty much just like Stern Pioneers, but British. But such good unit.
I think it's fairly safe to say we can take this to +2 at 3505.
Yeah. And yeah.
All right, there we go. So Amber T getting zeroed out, well, not zeroed completely, but he's getting wrecked pretty hardcore here, and the D520s take out another plane. And he actually would have hit that half track too, for that matter. I have to point that out.
I always underestimate those D520s, but having that turn radius, it's such a huge deal.
Well, they're very tenacious planes. They're very tenacious planes.
I mean, they're slow and have bad arm in them, but they can turn. They can turn.
Yep, all this is about shaking it up, baby.
Shake it up, shake it up.
Well, you gotta twist and shout a little bit.
Exactly, exactly.
But end score gonna be 2,500 to 19. The Hairy Spider takes down the Amber T.
Yeah.
In a rather surprisingly efficient match, I would say, from the Desert Rats.
Yeah, Desert Rats really just played out well. He, Hairy Spider, held the factory, held northern side, just got the good, good ground defense control, and just played it really well, essentially. Just got the kills, and it's hard for Paris Division if you don't get early momentum to, like, hold later on, because Desert Rats is such a good momentum all throughout the match, just pushing. And, yeah, I think Amity maybe sort of played a bit more heavily down south.
Yeah.
He just did not do well in that CQC area. Yeah, Desert Rats put him in.
That seems a fairly accurate assessment right there.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, things weren't too streaky until about Phase C. Oh, never mind. Actually, I take that back quite a bit.
Yeah, it's pretty...
bits and pieces back and forth.
At the same time, it's very, like, there's barely any difference in terms of kill loss. It's at, say, 55-point difference, which is crazy. In terms of kills, nothing really crazy for Desert Rats. Like, Cromwell getting a few kills here and there.
Ironically, the Martyr 1 named the Junk did pretty well, though.
What a piece of junk. That's,
Except it's a compliment in this case.
Exactly, right? But, yeah, it just did pretty well, that one Morden. Hummel didn't get to. He killed Stuart, surprisingly, but apart from that, nothing really too crazy, yeah.
Suppose that's fair enough. But, I think, next week we have a 2-pack of games coming out from the European Veteran Division, I want to say, yeah?
Yep, that will be for next week.
Sounds good.
So, you're watching this now?
Oh, I'm sorry? Yeah, if you watch this if you watch this when it comes out on Thursday. So guys, hopefully you come back for a couple of those games. As always, you like what you see, feel free to let us know in the comments below each video. But for right now, I'm Colombellles.
I'm RangRoo. Take it easy.